Okay. Hello, good morning.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, actually. It's good we already have the first follower. Hello, Bert. Remember me?
Hello, Bert.
Hi, how are you doing?
Bert doesn't want to answer now.
No,
No.
he's ignoring us for some reason. You're waving back, so it's good. Can you hear us just fine? Can you see us?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, welcome. Yeah, typing has a little delay. Yeah. We'll try to manage that. You can hear us. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. On the other live chat,
There is Katerina.
there's Katarina. Hello, guten Tag. Guten
Hi,
Abend.
Katerina.
Katarina. So, okay.
Is there anyone else?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, well, thank you for joining us. We'll be both answering your questions and getting feedback from you. We hope you have some. Don't be shy. Just let's wait some time for other people to join us.
Then answer it.
Bert, do you have any feedback to give us about the videos, the assignments? Doesn't have to be positive. Whatever you think.
Of course.
I have a feedback for you. Si può abbassare un po' il riscaldamento perché è un po'... Grazie.
Yeah.
So che si collegano dove si vedono? No. Ah, okay.
Okay.
Okay, I love the sun in the videos, and it was very clear. It shows that you in Sicily have a lot of experience.
Yeah, we are not like you about it.
With the sun, yes, we're very comfortable with it. But the videos were shot in June, and it was very sunny.
Mm-hmm.
Also here, it's where we are right now. It's the same place where we shot the videos. We would like to show you that it's not as sunny as in the videos.
Today we are more
Definitely
similar
not.
to your place.
Yeah, it looks a little bit like Belgium. It's very cloudy, but we are warm inside, and that's what matters, right? Yes, well, if you saw our videos, we were glad to share our approach and our experience, what we've gathered through our path in teaching, and also the approaches that we've studied. Sorry, here it is not that cloudy today, at least. That's not one thing that you want to say. I'm glad. I'm glad for you. I mean, I'm glad for that you can enjoy some nice weather. It's good.
Hope that you solved the problem also according to the question that you asked yesterday about the assignment. That explanation that you received was clear too, according to the way to solve the problem that you face about it.
Yeah, actually, it was okay. The first assignment on the first video was about trying to compose one or two or more classes based on interviews and based on the different skills of our students. So we've gathered information about our students. Of course, the names are not real for obvious reasons of privacy, but the competence both in literacy and digital literacy and all the other things were real. So because we wanted to have an approach based on real life, and to give you a real also insight of what the competencies of our students are. I didn't understand completely that assignment about the level of the students. Thanks for explaining it now. You're very welcome. Yeah. So, of course, there was no right or wrong answer or approach. Hi, Zeno. Ciao. We have a question, but Caterina on the other chat. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Yes. We'll have to do this.
We will answer first to the
yes,
one of
we will have to be careful. Sorry, Caterina. Yes, we get in there. Give us a little time to break the ice. Half an hour. No, less than that. Buongiorno, I actually have a question, but I don't have that much time today, unfortunately. Did you also work with older migrants?
Yes.
So do you think ICT it's also useful for this target group, or is it too difficult? By the way, why can't I see the comments of the other users? Katarina, because Bert is writing, yes, he told you, okay. Mm-hmm. He's writing on the YouTube chat. So actually you have two chats that you can join, either one or the other, of course, one on YouTube and one on the Migrant Literacy MOOC page. So it's up to you. You can choose.
Of course, we will reply to both questions.
Yes. Okay. So to close about the assignments, there was no right or wrong answer. Of course, it depends on both, the setting of your class and your students are. That's the first thing, of course, and what their needs are. Also, the age is an important factor to start answering to Caterina. It depends on the kind of approach that you have on literacy, and so what the activities are about. If they're really focused on digital media, both as a means to reach an end, or as a theme also. So we really wanted to have some feedback to check what your approach is. It's also important for us to share and to have this mutual enrichment of through different experiences. Yes, Katarina, we have also worked with older migrants, and of course it's different. They have a different approach to digital technologies. They have a different understanding of it, of course, usually, and that's not just about migrants. I'm thinking about my parents or all the older people that I know, that it's slower. So it wouldn't be, I think, as effective to use ICT with them. That's also a reason why it's a very good criteria to use when you want to compose multiple classes. So, for instance, that can be a criteria, not just the age, but what the usage is of ICT. If it's null, non-existent, there's no point in using it.
The thing is that probably it help even adults, migrants, to use technology, and it can be also useful for them to approach technology even if they are older, is the fact that in somehow here they feel themselves obliged also. I don't know if you agree, Mauro, to use technology because they are in need of it. For them to learn how to use a smartphone is a need. So sometimes, even in their case, it's important the use of smartphone because they are motivated to use them. They want to use them not only to learn the language, but also because they want to understand the way the app that they can use to socialize or to even to be in contact with their family member. So even if they are adults, the motivation that they have help them and us to be able to use the technology even with learners that are older.
Yes. I think it can also, always Katarina, for those following on YouTube, I think it can also be interesting to ask older migrants if there is anything they want to learn. Yes, Mrs. Lucia. Yes, that's...
She replied something, but I
Yes.
didn't see.
That's our approach on when we proceed to do an interview, to make it the more complete, as complete as it can be, of course, without it being too stressful and over long, like unnecessarily long. But those information, that information is very important to gather. Yes, what the level is and what they use. It's not. Yeah, you're right. It's not just about the current level they have.
Yeah.
It's what they aim to learn. And as Lucia was rightly saying, for them it's of course a very important mean, being in a different country. It's the only mean they have to reach their families, and so that's a very good chance to also make it a flexible media.
Yeah.
Not just of communication and information, but also literacy, what we all have been dealing with. Yes.
According to
Bert?
the class also, Bert, I want to add something to that we also discussed this morning with my colleague Mauro about the composition of the class itself. There is also another things that, according even to the kind of group that you want to create, you can add to what we already suggested in our video. That is also to do a period of observation of the class itself in the group. So it means that after you study and you analyze the first interview, the profiling itself, where you can take information about the level, their studies, if they are completely illiterate or not. Sometimes there are also social characteristics that influence this. For example, some people, they have more problem to be in a group or instead of another, or they are more they are shy, or they are not able to express themselves well. So in that case, make a period also where you can use the class and observe them. Can help you also to make choice according to the different level that can be useful also. There is also another question,
Yes,
Mr.
we got
Mauro.
a good feedback from Bert. Good points. I agree. Good
Yeah.
point. Lucia.
Federica Laporta.
Federica
Ciao,
Laporta asks,
Federica.
ciao Federica.
I think you are from Italy.
Yes,
So
we think
welcome.
so. It's a very familiar name and family name. How important is the educational path of the second language teacher, and what is the best approach to use? The educational path of the second language teacher is, I would say, it's very important. That's mainly why there's a distinction in the first place between language, like in our case, it's Italian as a foreign language or a second language. So yeah, it's very important, and it's very important to follow, an educational path that it's something on its own, and then you also have to dig and dwell further than that, because second language, it's not enough. You have to. I mean, you will deal with, in our case at least, with a very specific type of student. So you'll have to, to inquiry further on the approach you're using. I can make yeah. What is the best approach to use? Of course, teachers, we use what's like we can say
An approach that, first of all, is based also with experience in reality, because sometimes for them, things that you can put in your mind or explain them, if they don't if these things they doesn't have an evidence in the reality, for them is quite difficult to be able to learn. So in the 95% of case, we use an approach also that is based, okay, in the frontal lesson with the helping of technology also, but also with that real experience outside according to the kind of language that are you using. And Maura, what do you want to add?
Yeah, I mean, it's always
Yeah.
it's not just simply one approach. You will have to build your own approach, which is the one of the main challenges, and update it and change it, as quickly as the turnover of a student comes. And it's always an integrated approach. Like Lucia said, it's both a frontal lesson and an approach based on experience. But I think something peculiar about working with migrants, some of us have felt at some point in their lives like being a migrant. I know I have. And that's, something that makes you vulnerable in some aspects of your life. For our specific case, the type of migrants we work with and we deal with have very specific and very strong vulnerability. That's why, well, the main approaches that are used in language teaching nowadays, and that work in basically any kind of field, any kind of educational environment. It's even more important in our field, which is the humanistic affective approach, which means basically you have to deal with people and you have to deal with their trauma. So it means really to be careful, and also to build your path and your program based on that. It's a bit of a challenge sometimes, but we get there. I hope we answer to your questions in the most satisfying. Can't stay anymore, but thank you so far from my part. If you have any time left, I'm interested in the use of messengers like WhatsApp. In Germany, people use many short terms for communication. Is this in the same with you? Do you think there are any problems with that in language learning. No, there are no problems whatsoever. On the instead, I think it's a very effective tool. There's no tool, as far as my experience goes, and I think it's shared, that really constitute a problem in itself, from messengers to, I don't know, like Google Images, or any kind of app, and anything you can find, you can use, that it's disposable via the internet, is can be used for your purposes. So yeah, also WhatsApp. I don't know about you. I've never used WhatsApp. I've used Instagram.
We use WhatsApp. Even okay, for example, we have a group. That is a group of school, of course. Normally there is my number because I am the responsible of the project, so and somehow it's different, even according to the privacy. Sometimes in 95% of cases, we use this group to share information about the school, in Italian, of course, in our case. So, but we give also the possibility to the students to reply. And sometimes, in many cases, also we use this to share a picture or video of activity that we used to do during the year. With a topic that we develop in the chat itself, that is about the comment and the experience that they pass, so they can express themselves through comment, dialogue, and they develop also a language that is common in the things.
We've actually also used WhatsApp as a mean of because we were talking about the humanistic affective approach, which is just one of the sources that we take from, and of course WhatsApp, it's a mean that like one way to reduce the stress, let's say, if there's ever any, is to use ICT as much as possible. Of course, not to overuse it. So to give maybe the wrong message that we can use it at any time, in any way, which is a risk, and it's a very strong risk, and that we deal with. And we've used WhatsApp actually also as a means of evaluation, to not evaluate sometimes in class or in the more traditional way, which can be especially for particularly vulnerable people, maybe a source of stress. So we thought that using WhatsApp that way can be a good thing. So you see, even if it's not directly in the learning environments, I mean, in class or wherever, the learning process happens. There's many ways you can, in many phases, that you can use them. And I think of, there's no exception that comes to mind. I mean,
you want to check here?
I want to check here.
Yeah, because we can see. No, okay.
Okay, we have Gunther. Hi, Gunther. Guten Tag or Guten Abend. I don't know. I've taken some German classes, but I forgot everything. Silvia, ciao Silvia. Hello Silvia. Do you have anything you want to share with us? Feedback? The phone is ringing, but we're not gonna answer because you're our priority for today.
They are more important.
Just for today.
Just for today.
Gunther, you're too late. No, it's not too late, Gunther.
No,
it's not too late. We're here. Ask us anything. Or if you don't have any questions, just give us maybe a feedback. about the assignments or about the videos or about how good we look today.
Not that much.
No, not about that. I don't want to be hurt.
We are tired.
Not again. I'm happy to see you in Warsaw. We will be happy to see you in Warsaw, but we won't be there, or at least I think I won't be there. Will you be there? You will meet
Anna Viola.
Anna Viola. Ciao. Hello. Hello, Anna. How are you? I guess you're from Italy. That's pretty obvious.
Yeah,
Also, in this
no.
case,
Cipia.
name and family. Okay.
Greeting
Okay,
to all
greetings.
the Cipia of Trapani.
Greeting to the Cipia of Trapani. I said with an English accent. It's very difficult to make the switch between two languages, as you probably know. Anna, do you have any feedback? Anything you want to tell us? We still have some time for you. We see us later, I hope. Yeah, I mean, we will have another chance to
Me
meet
is the
you.
one that I missed the last chance, and you went with me. So.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I just had lunch and I'm in the process of digesting, which isn't always easy. So yeah. Yeah, you weren't there in Estonia. I was. Sorry, our paths didn't cross, but there's gonna be another chance. There's always another chance. Connection seems lost, Bert says. Bert, can you hear us?
Are you there? Can you
hear us, Bert?
us? Yeah.
We lost you. You lost us. I don't know.
I think it's better to discuss personally.
Yeah. Totally. Yeah. Well, it's always better to discuss personally, but if you have something you want to tell to us, just to make something of this moment. Thanks, guys. I'm off for another meeting. Bye, Bert.
Bye, Bert.
Thanks for being with us, and we meet soon, hopefully. Have a nice day. Enjoy your good weather.
No, we will wait another minute if there are any other questions.
Okay.
We can look at the chat, yeah.
So, bye, Gunther. Bye-bye. See you soon. Anna, my connection is not okay yet. I'll be back soon. Okay.
Anyway, we are always available apart from the streaming itself. If any of us, according even to the video, the past and the one that you will go to see in the next section, any question, you can even ask us in the forum and we will reply you as soon as possible, of course.
Absolutely.
Thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much. So from Mauro
and Lucia,
it's all for today. We hope to hear from you on the forum and maybe in real life.
Yes, sure.
Bye bye, everyone. Have a nice day.